Police Minister on special leave Senzo Mchunu has implicated Ramaphosa in his second day of testimony at the Ad Hoc Committee. 2 days before President Ramaphosa implicates himself in court papers. So in this video, I'm going to show you what's going on. And if you stay with me until my biblical reaction, not only are you going to see Mchunu's extremely desperate attempt at defending himself at the Ad Hoc Committee, but you'll also get to see just how everything will backfire and South Africa will prosper. You ready? Okay, press like, let's go. You must remember this is what Mkhwanazi said about whether Ramaphosa knew about the disbanding of the PKTT or not.
I was not informed about the president's take in terms of the unhappiness with regard to the PKTT, but I want to invite honorable members to go on YouTube and go and listen to the president when he recently, after my press briefing, when he visited Northern Cape, and he made a press briefing there. And he was asked by a journalist this question about his views on the PKTT. His words was, PKT is doing a very good job. So if it comes from the head of state after my address that the PKTT is doing the good job, then I wonder which president that the minister is talking about. Because the president recently said the PKTT is doing a good job. So it makes me believe the president was not even aware about what the ministers decided back in December.
Okay, so the president wasn't aware according to Mkhwanazi at the Ad Hoc Committee. According to Masemola at the Madlanga Commission, was the president aware? Did the president give his blessing to end the political killings task team?
Given the fact that the minister was instructing, not soliciting our views of the disbandment of the PKTT, I deemed it necessary to speak to the president about the issue. I spoke to the president on the 1st of February 2025. During this meeting, I mentioned the minister's directive to disband such a successful team, and the president told me that he would speak to the minister. Of course, I didn't really require from the president to say whether he agree or not, but I did tell him that this team is being dissolved, reason unknown, and I said if ever it has to be done, it cannot even be done in this abrupt manner, because I don't know what we are chasing. And that's when he says no, he will speak to the minister.
But then what does Mchunu say on his second day of testimony?
Did the president agree to the disbandment of PKTT?
The answer in the affidavit is that I believe the president, he agreed with the briefing I gave him.
So, Honorable Minister, is the answer yes?
Yes, as is in the affidavit.
The answer is yes. The answer which we must record is yes.
Yes.
Thank you. May I check, honorable members, are you satisfied? Can I allow the senior counsel to proceed? Thank you.
So the answer is yes. And the chairperson says, no, be clear. We're asking for our record now. Is it yes? He goes, yes. Chairperson looks at everyone and says, is everyone fine with this yes? And they're all like, we got it. It's yes. So President Ramaphosa now must come and answer. So now it's begun. Everyone is going to be throwing everyone under the bus. Not only did he do this, but he went into a very weird, desperate defense. He tried to bring up a recording where he said Mkhwanazi threatened him, but Mkhwanazi didn't know that he was being recorded. Then he played that long recording and nothing in there was Mkhwanazi threatening him. So then they stop and they come back and his guy online says, okay, I found the part that proves that Mkhwanazi threatened. Now he's going to play the part, but we only hear the chief of staff speaking on the phone to Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who doesn't know he's being recorded and he's putting words in his mouth, and this is what he brought as his evidence that Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was threatening him. Listen.
Play that part from 3 minutes 54 seconds, and we hear if he confirms that he wanted us to hear.
Kufanele ngabe ubhalile la ukuthi akayiyeke lento mengabe clean.
He should have written it down herein. If you said he should stop this thing if he is clean.
And
if he never took anything from anybody. So such information is very crucial. He should have written those if he was listening to our telephonic conversations. Because he was not going to deliberately omit that, because it is in line with what he has alleged.
Around
all the issues he has raised, he has not even raised the issue of the warrant. You have correctly explained it that all this is about a fight back.
I'm sure now Monisha phela ngoba uyamazi awuqala ukumazi manje. Ukuthi kuzoba ne fight back la mawuzazi uclean.
And you want him because you know him. You did not know him just now. You have known him for a long time. And fight backs are always there.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to do.
Because if you tamper with the police, yet you are not clean, police will go after you.
Honorable Minister, is this the part that you wanted us to hear?
It doesn't seem that it is a part, it's another conversation, but it may be that conversation, that part of the conversation between the two was not the one when he had started recording, but he did. We did talk with Chief of Staff, but I'm fine at this stage.
What we should do now, we were stepping out of this audio because it's not what you want.
I'm fine.
Then at your time,
I'm fine.
Get the evidence that you want to bring it here to us.
Yeah, it may have not started when they started recording. It may have been said before they started recording, but they did discuss it. They did tell me that.
And then maybe next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, time permitting.
Thank you.
We will look at how we deal with that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No, I was saying to the minister, on Tuesday, he must come with that part. Because we need to hear that part. It's very important. Not those things of where the minister is being threatened, that conversation, because, and the legal team must help us there, his legal team, just to cut that portion and then come and play it.
So they obviously didn't buy it, because what was played earlier, the long section, and this, none of it has Mkhwanazi threatening him. Here's what makes this so desperate. Number one, it is social and political suicide to come out and say, I was recording someone without their knowledge. Okay, so you shouldn't record people without their permission. And if you do, you should keep it to yourself, at least. And if you're gonna bring it out, it better be a smoking gun. I can imagine every comrade of Mchunu thinking back to every compromising conversation, thinking, oh man, don't tell me I was recorded. So that just came across as very desperate. And unless he brings a smoking gun on Tuesday, this was a moomish of the year. But he implicated Ramaphosa. Speaking of implicating Ramaphosa, do you remember that 8 months ago, President Cyril Ramaphosa signed the Expropriation Without Compensation Act into law? Then what happened is Ms. Helen Zille put in an application to oppose the law as unconstitutional so it can all be scrapped.
I've just completed commissioning court papers to challenge the Expropriation Act in court. The DA is fundamentally opposed to the Act in principle, and we have been since 2018, because of the fact that it opens the door to power abuse in taking people's property away without compensation in an open-ended way, which is entirely contrary to what we believe the principles of the Constitution are, and certainly opposed to the DA's policies and principles.
So that's what happened. She opposed it, and of course the usual thing was they're opposing expropriation because they're scared of losing land. Helen Zille has less land than any comrade you can think of. No, I oppose expropriation not because I'm scared of losing land. I have no interest in land. It is 2025. I have no use for land, but I oppose it with every fiber of my being because I have cousins, I have family, they are jobless, they are on nyaupe, they are struggling. And because of the expropriation conversation since 2008, do you think it's coincidence that from the day expropriation was discussed in 2008, it is also the last time that we ever had new jobs created? No, it is not a coincidence. It's not about someone losing land. It's about projects that have been placed on hold since 2008, where they sit and they say, we're not going to build that factory until we know what these comrades are going to do in the end. It's about investors from all around the world, including China, Russia, India, and Brazil, who are sitting and saying, we will go in and invest so that we can hire some people there, but we won't do it until we know what these comrades are doing. So I'm opposed to Expropriation Act because this is what it will lead to. Mostly black people killing other black people in the streets. They won't make it to Sandton. In Sandton, there are security companies. They won't make it there. And crime going higher, and the people who suffer are not the middle class, and it's not the wealthy. It's the ones who are being fooled by comrades who are talking nonsense, because when they talk about land, even if they took it, only comrades will get land. So tell somebody that just because it's called black, it has nothing to do with black people. It is only for black parties. Expropriation without compensation has nothing to do with the weaponized history. It has nothing to do with the dignity of anybody except the dignity of the so-called comrades, ANC and black parties. They are the only ones who will smell that land. In fact, they already have the land. They've already spent money from banks. They already have the shares and they want more. So I oppose it because it is the most ultimate evil betrayal of those they claim to want to liberate. So, having said that, President Ramaphosa just 2 days ago put in his response, and he admits under oath in an affidavit that the Expropriation Act he signed is unworkable and unconstitutional, because Article 19 is the ultimate, most embarrassing nonsense. Here's what it says in layman terms. It says, if the state wants to expropriate someone's land, they give him a letter saying, we are now expropriating the land. Then it says, and let's say they say we're expropriating for 10 rands. And then it says the landowner can go, That's unfair. It's worth 2 million rands. Then if you don't agree in discussion, then you can go to court, and you must go to court and say my land, which is already taken for 10 rands, that's wrong because I want 2 million rands for this land. And then the court shall say, no, the land which is already taken from you for 10 rands, actually it should be taken for 1.5 million. So I now say they can only take the land which they've already taken, which you've come to complain that they've already taken, but now it's 1.5 million rands for them to take what they've already taken, now that you have come to complain about land which is not yours because it's already expropriated, but we are now giving you a price for your land which actually is not yours. And so they're saying, but of course the court's going to go, which fool signed this piece of paper? And then someone's going to say, it's the president. And then the judge will have to say, oh, sorry, I didn't know. If you had told me earlier, I wouldn't have used the F word. I'm sorry, but this is garbage. So he has admitted under oath that this is garbage. And he says, this garbage which I signed, please court, fix it for me. It is embarrassing for me that we have to keep being represented by incompetent people who make dumb mistakes because they have a whole type of politics that is based on a racist assumption that black people are stupid. So the way to win black people politically is by saying stupid things, signing a stupid law, shouting and repeating stupid slogans because black people are stupid. I hate that about black parties. We are not stupid. And that's why you're on 40%. That's why the loudest is on 9%. And they will not get anywhere because black people are not stupid. Black parties, you are stupid. You sign stupid laws with stupid clauses that say ultimate rubbish. Even when you get warned by everybody, you still sign stupid things so that you can come back after and have to write an affidavit and say, what I signed was rubbish. It's nonsensical. But I admit I signed a nonsensical bill with the Premier of Gauteng standing next to me, clapping about nonsensicalness. You black parties, I hate the fact that you assume because my skin is brown, I'm stupid, and you can win me with stupidity. And here's the thing, I hear many people go on and say, yeah, but people are not voting for the ANC. In case you haven't checked, they've gone from 70% to 40% because many people struggle with the loyalty aspect. But they are not stupid. Listen, Ramaphosa, we are not stupid. So stop this Marxist nonsense of yours. It worked at some point. But we are not stupid, and you are on your way out. Whew. Wow, okay, that got kind of passionate. My biblical reaction. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. Whoever digs a hole and scoops it out falls into the pit they have made. The trouble they cause recoils on them. Their violence comes down on their heads. This is my prayer. May what this scripture says come upon the heads of every ANC leader who has used the pain of other people's past to enrich themselves with lies, with manipulation, with fooling people. May all that come upon their heads. May the hole that they dig swallow them up. So shall it be. Please ratify this prayer down there. And I have to thank all of you on the Prosperity Pledge. If you are not part of it and you just want to, give us a friendly hand holding, please go down to the bottom and consider being part of the Prosperity Pledge. And for all of you, it really means so much. It's not even the amounts, but it's just knowing that we're not alone out here, out in these streets against the Marxist crooks. Knowing that there are South Africans who say, go for it. So if you're one of those, please go down there and get on the Prosperity Pledge. Whew. Got me hot under my collar. No man can serve two masters, because either you love the one or hate the other, or you'll despise the one and honor the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. Let's make history together. Cheers.